Fight!
Thank you for watching The Sportsman. I'm Keith. This is Danny. This is Corey. We are going to get going with our rapid fire questions. So if this is your first time tuning into this, I'm going to give these gentlemen 30 seconds to answer a sports related question that I have for them. It can be across any sport, it can be across any topic. They're going to have 30 seconds to give me an answer, and after 30 seconds, I'm going to cut them off cold, and the next person is going to go. For more of these videos, make sure to check out our TikTok. Our link will be down in the description. But let me just get this started. I'll get it going first. Danny, I want to ask you this question. Out of the two 2-0 teams, the Broncos and the Panthers, which team is more for real? Go.
All right, I'm gonna say the Broncos are more for real. Granted, I know they play two crap teams. I'm not saying the Giants are shit, but they don't know who they are. The Jaguars are the Jaguars. They've so far had the most time of possession out of any team in the NFL, and they look good doing it, and they're getting good wins. Both of their opponents they let up 13 points to, but they've scored 27, 23. Teddy Bridgewater looks comfortable. They don't make many mistakes. And if
that would be all.
Nah.
Corey, out of the Broncos and the Panthers, the two 2-0 teams, which team is more for real? 30 seconds, go.
So I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going Carolina. Carolina beat a real team. At the end of the day, you beat the Saints. Saints in recent memory have been a better franchise than the Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars, even beating the Jets, who is a terrible franchise. I like everything that I'm seeing out of the Panthers. So long as they can keep up with tough games like the Saints, I don't see them slowing down. They might even be a wild card team if they keep this pace up compared to how the Saints and the Falcons are playing.
That would be enough from you,
no
sir.
Lattimore.
Oof.
Alrighty.
I got that right in.
Alrighty. Corey, I want to ask you a question. If you had your choice, would you prefer that they lightened up the rules in basketball, referring to hand checking, defense, stuff like that? Or would you prefer that they go back to like the late 90s, early 2000s style of football where you can kind of do a little bit of late hitting, a little bit of fighting? What would you prefer? Corey, 30 seconds. Give it to me.
I'm going for basketball because the thing about basketball is that's what kills me about basketball, the softness in basketball. I love that style of football, but at the end of the day, Jordan era of basketball is the best basketball for that reason. The physicality and defense and how you can go up and get it. You had to fight for your buckets. That's how basketball should be played. It's how we all play it. Why aren't the professionals doing it?
Okay, that's your time. Danny, if you had your choice, would you prefer that they lightened up the basketball rules as far as hand checking, defense, stuff like that, went kind of back to an old school style, or would you prefer they went back to the old school style of football, that late 90s, early 2000s, big hitting, could take anyone out? 30 seconds on the clock, go.
I'm gonna go football. The difference between basketball and football is there's a lot of time, like that one foul, unless it's the end of the game, is not going to make a difference in the game. To where like some ticky-tacky bullshit pass interference call is going to put somebody in the red zone. I feel like there's not that many games in football, and if the refs are taking it to the extreme and not letting players play, they're taking away a game that could be a huge difference. There's 82 games in basketball. There's 17 in football.
That's enough. Alrighty. Next question. So, Corey, what is more vital to a wide receiver if you have a wide receiver on your team? Speed or route running? 30 seconds. Go.
Route running. Separation's more key than speed. Sure, if you can burn someone downfield, that's great. That's very few receivers like Tyreek Hill and Ruggs, that's very few people can do that. But if you're a better route runner like Ocho Cinco or a caliber like that, where you were just quick enough to get your reads done faster and better, I think that's just more important as a wide receiver overall.
Okay, Danny, what's more important when you're building a receiver, speed or route running? Go. 30 seconds.
I happen to agree with Corey. I think route running. Because if you're a good enough route runner, you're going to create the same separation that you would create with someone with speed. Granted, the guy with speed is who's going to stretch the field, but your route runner is the guy that you're going to count on for those big downs, red zone threats. I'm talking like Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Julio. These are route runners. These are guys that literally lead their team because of how good they are at running routes. Not the fastest guys, but they are going to get it done. They're going to get you first downs.
Okay. Danny, I have a question. If you are taking one team, the Jordan era Bulls, the Golden State Dynasty, or the three-peat Lakers, what's your team and why?
The Bulls. I just can't. Like, Dennis Rodman was such a force on defense. Scottie Pippen was the second best player in the league for a while. Michael Jordan, his greatness is unquestioned, unless you're a LeBron fan. Or you could be both. But I just think the Lakers are a close second. Golden State is new school. I have a hard time. I don't know how I feel about Golden State up against, like, Rodman.
Time. All right, Corey, if you're picking a team, Jordan era Bulls, Golden State Dynasty, or the three-peat Lakers, who are you going with?
So I'm going with the new school. I'm going with the Golden State Warriors. At the end of the day, they were the better franchise overall. They beat the Bulls' record of most wins in the season, even though they didn't win that year.
Mm-hmm.
They are the newer version of the Bulls, and because they were slightly better, they've been to more champion in the same amount of time, because they went on 3-year spurts with the Bulls. It was 3-3.
Time.
Dang, running out of time.
All
They
right.
also have a Bull.
Alrighty.
Their coach.
Danny, last question. What's more impactful to a game in the NFL? A great wide receiver or a shutdown corner?
I'm going to go with a shutdown corner. And the only reason why I'm going to go that route is because a great quarterback can make another receiver better than they are. And a cornerback is, you have to game plan for that. Like, if you're a great cornerback, you're taking away the best weapon on the other side of the field. If you play that way. Like, Richard Sherman stayed on one side of the field, and guess what? He rarely saw shit on his side of the field. Jalen Ramsey rarely sees balls thrown his way. He did this past week, and what happened?
Time.
He picked it.
Corey, what's more impactful to a game in the NFL? A great wide receiver or a shutdown corner?
So I have to agree with Danny here. I think shutdown corner is the way to go. I think a key example that Danny was missing was Darrelle Revis. His name was Revis Island for a reason. There was a reason why people wouldn't throw him the ball anywhere near that direction. Shutdown corners are more impactful versus what Danny said. A wide receiver can get elevated, where a wide receiver is not, at the end of the day, going to win you a championship, and defense wins championships at the end of the day. There's been all-star receivers.
Time.
Dang it. I thought I would finish that point off.
That's good.
Okay.
I like that one.
Those are my questions for you fellas. So we're going to cut this one off here. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed that. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that you know when we drop all our heat regarding any sports that you like. Make sure to check us out live every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch at twitch.tv/the Sportsmen. We go live 8 p.m. Eastern. We are going to debate you everything that you want to talk about. You basically tell us what you want us to run down, and we will run it down with you. If you jump into the comments, we will debate anything you have to say. Be sure to check out all of our social medias in the links in the description down below. Click on all the links, check us out, follow us. Until next time, we'll check you later.
Be
Peace.
good.
Cheers.
Enter my enemy energy element. I am an entity walking ahead of the pack. I really am out of my head, and it's evident that I will never be able to ever quit. Melanin